What's up, my friends? In this video, I'm going to cook a Western dinner. Now, this dish will have steak, potatoes, and some vegetables. Not only that, but as I cook, I'm going to explain what I'm doing and just naturally talk. So it's going to be like we are hanging out and cooking dinner together. So let's get started. Okay, normally what you want to do is you want to start cooking the things that take the longest to cook, right? And for us, those are potatoes. So just cut this bag of potatoes open. And right now I'm washing the potatoes to get the dirt off. And when I cook these, I'm actually going to cook them with the skin on, because the skin gives it nice flavor. Just get them nice and clean. And for this dish, I'm going to cook about 3 potatoes. Potatoes are one of those things where when you look at them as potatoes like this, it doesn't look like that much, but then when you cut them into pieces, sorry for wasting water, when you cut them into pieces, they get a lot bigger. Okay, so I'm going to take this cutting board, I'm going to put it on the counter. So here, this is a counter, this is a cutting board. Now I'm going to grab my knife which I damaged today when I was trying to cut a bone. I know it sounds stupid, but I had a big bone, tried to cut it, didn't work. Okay, so right now we could say that I'm kind of chopping the potatoes, kind of cutting them. To be honest, for this, I would just say I am cutting the potatoes, because look, that action is like a cut, right? I just want to make sure that you guys can see this. So I'm cutting them. If I was chopping them, it would be like, right? But right now, I'm just cutting the potatoes into little cubes. Little cubes. So that's what we say in English. We say to cut something into whatever it is. So I am cutting the potatoes into cubes. But remember, this is an English video for you to learn English, not for you to learn how to cook. So please do not learn how to cook from this video, although it might help you. So first I just cut them in half, cut it twice. And for potatoes, for anything really, when you cook, in order to cook evenly, you want them to be cut roughly the same size. Of course, it can't be perfect, but try to get them at the same size. Right, so now those 3 potatoes we had before, it's looking a lot bigger now. So for these potatoes, I actually have to use this really big bowl because I'm already using the small one. So this is, what would we call this? I'm gonna say both and cut out the one that is incorrect. So it's either an aluminum bowl or it's a stainless steel bowl. I'm going to lean towards stainless steel. Okay. So now once I've put the potatoes in the bowl, now I'm going to season them. Now to season something is to put salt and pepper on it, or whatever spices that you have. So for this one, I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper, some black pepper. And guys, you want to have good potatoes, then these are the secret ingredients, okay? So let's put a little bit of, this one was some garlic powder, a little bit of garlic powder, and we will put some onion powder. Onion powder, there you go. Not too much. Of course, we need salt, so I'm going to put some salt in there. Salt is up to you. To be honest, I eat pretty salty. I like my food salty, I'm not going to lie. So, after, well, actually, you could probably put the oil on in the beginning, but just put a little bit of oil. This is olive oil, and so now I'm going to mix it up. Here I'm just mixing up the potatoes. I've already seasoned them, right? So I put the black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt in them. And now I'm just tossing them or mixing them. And as you can see, they're looking pretty evenly seasoned, pretty even. It's like there's the same amount on every piece. And the oil is important because we are going to put these in the air fryer. And yes, the air fryer isn't, you know, its purpose is to not use oil, but if you use a bit of oil, then I find you get a perfect crispiness. So I gotta wash it first. Forgot to do that before recording. So you guys get to see me wash my air fryer. I always find this thing kind of tricky to clean. Oh, so here's a little hack. Get soap on the sponge, squeeze it like 3 or 4 times, and now we got a nice soapy sponge. Yeah. All right, so here is my washed air fryer. So let's put the potatoes in the air fryer. So right now I'm just dumping the potatoes in the air fryer. Shake it to make it evenly spread. There you go, should be good enough. Let's put it in here. I'm going to cook it at 205. I just crank that because then I set the timer for 10 minutes. So there's another collocation for you guys. Set a timer. This thing is honestly difficult, a pain to set. Okay, 10 minutes, start. So while that's cooking, as you can see here, I already have my seasoned steak. So that's seasoning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting the vegetables. So this is a nice little salad with, these are called cherry tomatoes and cucumber. And I'll show you guys how to make the salad. It's pretty simple, but it tastes really good. And you might not have had it before because I don't think I've seen it really in Vietnam. Did we put meat on this? No, we just cut the potatoes. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's get the bowl ready. I'm gonna rinse this knife really quick. Now to rinse means to wash it with water, but not soap. So I just gave it a quick rinse. And these cherry tomatoes, I am slicing them in half. I think that is the perfect size. I don't bother to cut this little thing at the end. It's just, whatever. So I'm gonna cut these, put them in there. And now we need some cucumber. So again, I'm gonna wash this cucumber. Even though I'm going to peel the cucumber anyway, I just wash it. It's kind of like a OCD thing. So now I'm going to take my peeler and I'm going to peel this cucumber. So I'm just peeling this cucumber. Again, I might miss some parts, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, but let's just get that off. There you go. All right, now for this cucumber, I'm going to slice it down the middle, and then I'm going to chop it. So this is chopping. This isn't cutting, because I'm just going straight down, right? Straight down, that's a chop. And cutting is when you do that. Is when you cut. So I hope that's useful. Okay. There you go. So I'm not going to season these yet. I'm going to season them at the end, but for now, I'm just going to leave them right there. Now, here is the pan we are going to use for the steak. Again, I'm going to rinse it. Okay. So right now I'm turning on the stove and I'm setting it to about 7. 7 is like medium high. And look at this steak, guys. Just check that out. All this is salt and pepper. And this isn't something that I eat every day. This is, you know, like a treat. But that looks good. And trust me, that is going to look amazing when I cook it. You'll see. All right, so let's get some things ready. We're going to need some butter. Let's get 1 stick of butter. And we are also going to need a little bit of garlic. So guys, a little bit about me. Well, my last name is Piscopo, as some of you may know. And Piscopo is an Italian last name. However, I am not Italian by blood because my grandfather adopted my father, but my grandfather, he was from Italy. So that's where I get the last name Piscopo. And growing up, I spent a lot of time with my grandfather. He would often cook because he had his own restaurant. So let's just do story time for a minute while I wait for the pan to heat up. In the 1950s, my granddad came from Italy to Canada and he started a diner there. And at first he just cooked a lot of fries, like French fries. And then it became very popular, and so he turned into a full-blown restaurant. So we went from a diner to a restaurant. And so when I was young, I spent a little bit of time in that restaurant, but my granddad retired shortly after I was born, and he sold it, but he still did a lot of cooking at his house. So we would eat a ton of garlic, a lot of Italian food, which was delicious and apparently super healthy for your heart. That's why a lot of people in Italy and in Greece, in that area, in the Mediterranean, they live quite long. And my granddad, in fact, he lived, I believe, till like 95 or 96. So yeah, he was very healthy. Kind of wish I had his genes, but oh well. All right, so story time over. It looks like this pan is doing okay. The way to test a stainless steel pan is take a bit of water and then put a drop on it. So if it fizzles like this, then that means it's not ready yet. What you want it to do is you want it to form kind of like, they look like metal balls. You want it to look like metal balls. So I'm gonna wait about 10 more seconds. Still not ready yet. And by the way, this is a non-stick pan, and this is a stainless steel pan. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer. And actually, while I'm waiting, we can clean up a little bit. So guys, if I have made any big cooking mistakes, please feel free to roast me in the comments. I would love to hear it. I consider myself an okay cook, you know. I know how to cook some things. And yeah, when I cook the nem, this in a future video, I plan to cook some nem. That should be interesting. All right, guys, so the timer has gone off. Is that what we say? Something to go off. So the timer has gone off. Now look at these potatoes. So these are about halfway done. So I'm gonna shake them up. Actually, an easier way would be to just take this out. Just don't want to shake off the seasoning. Just shake them around a little bit. And then you put it back in. And let's set the timer for another 10 minutes. So now, I believe this pan will be ready. Let's test it. There we go. That's what we're looking for. When you see the water move around like that, it's really cool. Then you know the pan is ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, what am I doing? Yeah, take the olive oil. I use olive oil because it has a high smoke point. Put some in there. As Gordon Ramsay says, a little bit of olive oil. Move it around. Turn on the fan. So now we take our steak and put it away from you. There we go. Like that. I'm going to take the other microphone to get some nice ASMR here. Okay, so I will let that cook for about a minute. In the meantime, kind of just wash as you go, you know? Wash as you go. Now, for steak on a pan like this, you know it's ready to flip when it comes off by itself. So right now it's probably a bit too early. So if I try to push it, it'll stick. And so, okay, you just let it keep cooking, and then, yeah, it'll unstick itself eventually. So I'm going to flip it soon. While I wait, let's open this butter. Get the butter ready. See, look, when I try to pick it up. Oh, these are tongs, by the way. These are tongs. This is, when I try to pick it up, it just comes up. It's kind of hard to pick up though. So I'm gonna take that. Oh, look at that color. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so now flip it. And now let's put the butter in there. I know it's a lot of butter, I know. Gotta get that butter around. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And then also we throw the garlic. Yeah, with the skin on, totally fine. Just throw it in there. Okay, and let the garlic add flavor to the butter. It's kind of weird how this middle part didn't get cooked at all. That kind of bugs me a bit, but oh well. So let's get the flavor in there. So for steak like this, you want to cook it for 1 minute and then flip it and then cook it for another minute. So the potatoes have about 5 minutes to go. So by the time the steak is finished cooking and I prepare the vegetables, it should be pretty good. All right, so now we want to take this butter, and guys, it's black. It's black because of the pepper. Trust me, it's not burnt, okay? There you go. So you want to put the butter on there, the garlic flavored butter. And now I'm going to pick this up and flip it again. Oh, no. All right. So I'll put it on this side for another minute. Get a bit of butter on there. A little bit of butter, you know. Beautiful. One thing I forgot to do was I forgot to put my blocker here. So it's one of those things where you buy it and then you always forget to use it. So yeah, I'm putting this blocker on after I've already gotten oil everywhere. All right, so I think it's been a minute. Let's give it a flip. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. It is beautiful, guys. I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit. Let's turn it down to 6. I just turned the heat down. Again, let's get a bit of that butter. Because that's all flavor, right? It's a lot of flavor. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to do was we can have it cook on the side like this. Just gets the fat cooking. All right, guys, I think that's pretty much good to go. I hope I didn't overcook it, but we will see. I'm gonna cut it open. Okay, let's see. Now we got the... So for steaks, guys, what you want to do is you want to let the steak rest. So you don't just take it out and then eat it right away. Oops. You let it rest. So you put it down. Ideally, you would put it on like a grill or a grate so the juice can drop. But I only have a plate, so it's going on the plate. Okay, so now our steak is finished. We're gonna let that sit right there. I think you let the steak sit for like 5 or 10 minutes. I don't really know. And guys, I love garlic, as I said before, so I'm actually gonna put these on my plate. I love that garlic. Now this will go in the sink. Okay, so the timer just went off for the potatoes. It's the moment of truth. Let's see how they look. Oh, look at that. Look at those potatoes. Aren't they beautiful? Okay. So now let's get the steak out of the way a little bit. Wow, guys, so I'm quite happy with these potatoes. They look delicious to me. They are probably not too crispy though, to be honest. Like, they look crispy. Yeah, actually they're a little bit crispy. Juice, I just keep the juice on the plate. Yeah, the liquid from the meat, we call that juice. Okay. All right, so let's just get that. There we go. And now you're wondering, Carter, let's get the vegetables, man. This is all like potatoes and meat, dude. Like, what are you, a caveman? So here, we've got the vegetables. What I do is get some salt on them. I know I put salt on everything, but trust me, it's good. And here is the secret ingredient, okay? So, man. In English, we call this sesame seed oil. This is the secret ingredient. So let's get that on there. Not too much, just a little bit. And some black pepper. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So now let's take the fork, mix it up. And here we have a huge dinner. So we've got the vegetables, cucumbers, cherry tomatoes with the potatoes and steak. All right, guys, so this is what we're left with. We've got the cucumbers, cherry tomatoes with the potatoes. These, you could call them home fries. Home fries for this shape. They're not French fries, but home fries. And a steak. And of course, I'm going to cut it open for you guys so you can see if I cooked it properly. I was going for a medium rare, and I have a feeling I overcooked it, but let's see. Oh yeah, guys, so one more thing I almost forgot. For a really good drink, I highly recommend making lemon juice at home. And here is how you do it. Take one lemon. Actually, no, this is a lime. The green ones are lime, the yellow ones are lemon. So first, I take my lime squeezer thing, lime juicer. I'm actually not sure what we call it. And let's get the juice in the cup. In the glass, actually, in the glass. I'm always careful with my English when I'm recording these videos because I know some people are very peculiar, very picky about using the exact words. To me, a cup is something that just holds, you know, liquid. But some people, maybe I'm wrong. They would say, no, a cup is something with a handle, or a cup is something plastic. But yeah, whatever. This is a glass. We'll call it a glass. Okay, so now we have the lime juice in there. So again, I'm weird with my measuring. So I'm gonna put that on my scale. And I'm going to add, this is not alcohol. I'm actually going to hold it like this so YouTube doesn't think it's alcohol. This is actually what's called simple syrup. It's just water and sugar. So I put about 20 grams. Oh, okay, that's 30, but oh well. 30 grams simple syrup. So guys, if you go out and drink something at a cafe you realize how much sugar they put in it. Because what I just put in my drink would be about 15 grams of sugar, because it is half water, half sugar. I put 30 grams, so I think there's about 15 grams of sugar, and it's still not nearly as sweet. I'm almost out of ice. It's still not nearly as sweet as a drink you would get from a cafe. Okay, so we got the lime, sugar, ice. Let's add water. Then, of course, we stir the drink. So this is just water, lime juice, and a bit of sugar. And it's pretty healthy, I think, you know, helps with your digestion, gives you some vitamin C. Pretty good. All right, guys, so I just sat down in my living room. Time to take this off. And now I'm going to cut open the steak and I will show you guys what it looks like. I need 2 hands to cut it, so. Well, I was going for a medium rare, but unfortunately I overcooked it a bit and this is more like a medium. All right, so let's just see how it tastes. Honestly, if I went to a restaurant and I paid like a lot of money for that, I would be pretty disappointed. It tastes good, it's just a little bit overcooked. And when you overcook a steak, it makes a big difference. It's like chewy, it's not as tender as it would be. So out of 10, I would say it's about a 6 out of 10. However, the potatoes, so let me show you this potato. Does it focus? Hold on. So this has a little bit of mayonnaise on it. There you go, a little bit of mayonnaise on the potato. And let's see how this tastes. Pretty good. Give that an 8 out of 10. So overall, oh yeah, the vegetables, almost forgot. Okay, so here we got some tomato and cucumber seasoning on it. Those are really good because the vegetables are kind of light. You're Vietnamese, or you know, I don't need to tell you guys about vegetables. You guys eat a lot of vegetables, but those are really good because they feel cool, they're refreshing. There's a lot of water, so it's pretty much like a drink. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy my dinner. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, a great night, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.